Hey, second time in one day. That's a nice surprise. How you doing?
I had to see you.
Sit down.
Actually, I hate thinking of you alone in a jail cell. I hate it that you're here. Why don't you walk out with me right now?
Great jailbreak, right? Now, that'll let me out soon. They don't put innocent men in prison, right?
No, not when that innocent man is somebody I care very much about. And I won't rest until you do walk out of here with me.
Yeah, well, that'll be soon. Listen, I want to thank you for getting that message to Kirk so quickly. I'm very worried about Ellie.
Is that why you were so desperate to talk to him? I'm sorry. You don't have to answer that.
No, I don't mind. You know, when Emily was here earlier, she told me that Ellie was going to do something very foolish. And well, I can't really explain it, but if Kirk doesn't get to her, she could be in serious danger.
Mr. Anderson, your car is right out in front. Just be sure to return it with a full tank.
Yeah, I know all that. What's the fastest way to get to Lake Forest?
The fastest way would be the tollway. That should take about 45 minutes, unless there's traffic.
I'm not so sure the charges are false, but I could perhaps call in some favors. There's no guarantee.
Caleb's in jail for 2 murders he did not commit. The evidence has been neatly stacked against him, and you know who really did it because I'm sure you're the one who ordered Brock killed.
Tom, could you hear that?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, but she's backing him into a corner. I mean, the last time he felt trapped, he ordered his own son killed. Al, turn up the volume, will you?
That is a pretty strong accusation to make against a father who's just lost his only son.
Well, Philip, in Brock's last days, he told me exactly who and what he feared the most.
Yes, well, Brock isn't here, is he? You could claim he said almost anything.
Well, it's not a claim. I know what he said.
Whatever you may remember, Miss Snyder, your accusation is not only ridiculous, it is deeply offensive. How dare you take advantage of my hospitality to accuse me of ordering the death of my only son? Perhaps this meeting ought to be ended right now.
Somehow, I don't think you're gonna do that.
Go ahead and try me.
Philip, I am the only one who knows where your grandchildren are. And I have the key to Brock's safety deposit box, and I think we both know what's in there. You and the Lombard family could be put into jail and out of business for a very long time.
If you think that, why haven't you already led the police to this safety deposit box?
Because there isn't anything there that can clear my brother, and that's what I want.
Then why do I keep hearing a blackmail attempt?
Philip, I want my brother out of jail. I'll put my cards out on the table now. You put yours out. Then we can both get what we want.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Fleischmann's Margarines. 100% pure corn oil goodness and no cholesterol.
It's so typical of you, Caleb. With all that's going on, you're still more worried about Ellie than you are yourself.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm surrounded by police.
I'm serious.
I know you are, Lily. Your visits mean a great deal to me.
I care about you. I'll do anything I can to get you out of here.
Yeah. So, your life's changed a lot since you've come back, huh? Half partner in Montgomery and Associates, learning a whole new business.
Caleb, what do you know about Kirk and Iva?
Well, not much, really. Seems to be serious. Kirk says he's going to move back to Boston. Not until he's sure that Ellie's safe and I'm cleared, though.
Well, I hope he doesn't go even then. I mean, despite what she says, I know Lucinda counts on him to help her run the business.
Yeah. You know, I was really sure that Iva and Kirk had a real chance. They really loved each other. Just doesn't seem to be enough.
Thank you.
Hey, Iva, we were
Hi.
just talking about you.
Oh, you were?
Yes, we were.
How you doing?
I'm hanging in there.
I'm surprised to see you here.
Yeah, this is her second visit today.
Oh.
And my next stop was the hospital because I wanted to see you.
Oh, well, I'm glad I caught you because I took the day off.
Well,
Yes.
Well, then I'll wait for you outside.
No, you don't have to leave.
No, that's all right. You guys can talk. Listen. Don't give up, all right?
I won't. Thanks for coming by. Oh, Lily, if you hear from Kirk or he has any news about Ellie, would you let me know?
The very minute.
Thanks.
See you outside.
Bye.
So, what's this about Kirk and Ellie?
Well, Iva, Ellie went to Brock's funeral.
Yeah, I know that. Mom and Cal couldn't stop her from going. Is there a problem?
Well, with Ellie's history with Brock, I think she could be walking into some danger. So I had Kirk go and try to stop her.
Is there anything that I can do for you?
No, I'm fine, thank you. It's just being in the house where Brock grew up is very hard.
I understand. Philip told me that you and Brock were planning a wedding.
Yes, we were. Excuse me, but I wanted to say goodbye to Connie and Philip. I don't know where they are. I haven't seen them since the cemetery.
Well, I'm not sure where my brother is, but Constance went upstairs. The services were very hard on her.
Yeah, Brock loved her very much.
Oh, here she comes now. Are you feeling better, Connie?
Yes, thank you.
Miss Stewart was just asking for you. I'll get back to the guests.
I don't think anybody could understand better what I'm going through than you. My son loved you very much.
I know. He loved you very much too, Connie. He felt very, very close to you. I guess I'll just go to the ladies' room and then I'll head back to Oakdale.
Oh, you're very welcome to stay in one of the guest rooms.
That is so sweet, thank you. I just don't think that I'm strong enough to stay in this house, the house where Brock grew up.
Of course, but I hope I see you again. We won't be related now, but I feel there's a bond between us.
Thank you, so do I. Do you know where Philip is? I really wanted to say goodbye to
Oh,
him.
I think he's still in the den with Miss Snyder, but he didn't want to be disturbed.
I don't understand how she could come here.
I spoke with her. She was very close to Brock, too.
Then I guess that you haven't heard the news, Connie. It's Caleb Snyder, Ellie's brother, who was arrested for Brock's murder.
Mr. Reyes is here. He says that it's important he see Philip.
Hello, Mrs. Lombard. Emily.
Yes, thanks, Jim. I'll be there shortly. Sorry for the interruption. It's very complicated, so many people wanting to pay their respects.
Good. Well, let's get back to the reason why I'm here.
I'm still reeling from that accusation you made.
You know, Philip, I don't want to have to remind you that I gave Brock an alibi the night that family burned to death in South Bend, Indiana. I know exactly what kind of business your family is in.
I can't imagine what you're talking about. But if Brock needed an alibi, I suppose it was to protect himself.
Philip, I heard him talking to Bruce Dreyfus, the only one that got away. Brock said that the family was responsible.
Miss Snyder, I loved my son very much. But I'm afraid his business dealings were not always entirely ethical. I argued with him about
Philip,
this on
he's been taking
several
orders from you since he got out of college.
I'm afraid that's not true.
Brock told me everything in the last days. He told me that he was terrified of you and he was afraid that he could never have a normal life.
I don't think this discussion is helping either one of us.
And you better think again, Philip. Because I told you that Brock gave me the key, but what I didn't tell you is that he told me if anything ever happened to him, that I was to give that key to Joe Bailey of the National Crime Commission.
How lucky for you. Joe Bailey's in Oakdale. Save you a trip to Washington.
You know, what's in that box can't clear Caleb. But I know for sure it can put you behind bars, so you got a choice. You can either have an honest talk with me, or when I leave here, I'm gonna call Joe Bailey.
Who is it? All right.
I know you don't want to be disturbed, but Mr. Reyes just arrived from Oakdale, and he's very eager to see you. I thought he might be someone you want to see.
All right, send him in.
Hello, Phil. I want to tell you how sorry I am. I'd also like to extend my services if there's any way I can be of help to you.
Well, thank you for coming and thank you for taking the time.
Well, I liked Brock, and I respected his abilities. Ellie, I'm surprised to see you here.
Surprise is mutual, Tonio.
Damn it! Ellie had Philip right up to the line. She might have gotten something.
What is Tonio doing there? Can't be paying a condolence call. He's not that nice.
He's probably trying to get something going with Philip.
Or wants to.
Right, remember when he told Philip about the $8 million that Brock withdrew from the bank the day he died? And neglected to tell us?
Yeah, that's par for the course. Tonio was supposedly in cahoots with James Stenbeck. He's probably just looking for another unholy alliance.
Good. Hope we nail him this time.
Joe, I can't hear a thing. What are they saying?
Philip asked Ellie to leave the room, so we're not picking up any conversation. I'll let you know in a minute we do.
Okay, thanks. Thank you.
Oh, I hope we did the right thing by sending Ellie up there.
Well, it was her choice. She wanted to help Caleb.
It's just, it scares me, Tom. You know, this is organized crime. Philip Lombard is very smart, he's very ruthless.
Well, Ellie's a smart girl. If Lombard doesn't go for the bait, she'll get out of there somehow.
And then what? We still have Caleb in jail.
Well, then, honey, we hope that Finlay's condition improves so he can lead us to the evidence that he stashed away. And we must always remember that we've got Benedict and Hal in D.C. trying to make a case.
It's just such a long shot.
Honey, I can't guarantee you, but I promise you, you're gonna nail him this time.
No, that is all set, Barbara. The crew I've hired from Chicago that's going to tape the fashion show is absolutely top-notch. Yes, Emily is filling in for a few days, but she's not here today. No, she will not be involved in the fashion show in any capacity. Listen, your good-looking half-sister just walked in. You want me to give her a message? All right, will do. Okay, I'll talk to you. Bye-bye.
So, what's the message?
She wants to get together.
Oh, great. I'd like that.
Yeah, I'd like a little of this. Come here. Thank you. I think I need a little more. So tell me, why is it Barbara is always so down on Emily?
Oh, that's easy. Emily slept with Paul.
No, something happened long before that.
I don't know. I guess I'll have to ask her about it. I mean, I know that Barbara's been hurt a lot.
Yeah, but everything's going great for her now. I mean, she's got this award-winning career, a happy marriage, and lots of money.
Well, all those things are really great. But, your insecurities don't just disappear as if by magic.
Oh, I don't know. My insecurities disappeared when you walked through the door.
Are you having a bad day?
Well, our new associate, Mr. Blake Stevens, is trying to put on a big show for Lily. He walked in here this morning with 5 outside appointments and a whole list of things for me to do.
Well, you've got seniority. Tell him to do it himself.
Well, he can't be in 2 places at one time, and they weren't bad ideas. And besides, I think Lily offered him the moon.
You know, Sean, I think that you need to talk with Lily.
Yeah, I think we need to talk to both of them, but look, she's worried about Caleb now and can't be bothered.
We all are. I just hated seeing the look of concern on Emma's face last night.
Yeah, me too. Hey, thanks for taking me out to the farm. That was great.
Yeah, sure. They're such a great family, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Well, yours too. I tell you, I keep on envying Paul and Andy just because of such a large, extended family. They have so much support.
I keep forgetting that you were still really young when your parents died.
Well, made me grow up fast, gave me lots of ambition. But the hell with the past, because the future, I'll tell you, it just keeps on looking better and better.
The Lombards are into organized crime, Kirk. Human life means nothing to them. Ellie didn't know it when she was first involved with Brock in Chicago, and she wound up giving him an alibi when a whole family was burned to death in Indiana. I know the only reason she's going to that funeral is to help me, but Philip Lombard is frightened of what she knows. If she walks in there, he's not going to let her walk out again.
I'm sorry that I missed the service, Philip. My flight was delayed.
Well, thank you for coming in any case.
I'm making sure that your son's murder case is getting prominent coverage on my television station on a daily basis.
I'm grateful for that. May have helped force an arrest.
Yes, well, clearly the Oakdale police were reluctant to arrest someone that they happen to like. That happens all too often in Oakdale. But I must admit, I'm not surprised about Caleb Snyder. It's well known that he has a hot temper.
So you've said. So you worked closely with Brock. Did he ever mention a safety deposit box?
To my recollection, he didn't like safes of any kind.
I see.
I assume that if the police have found a safe deposit box in his name, that they would let you know.
Well, I'm not sure of that.
Well, I do a lot of business with Ed Brewster at Oakdale Savings and Trust. Perhaps I could ask him to check it out, see if Brock had a safe deposit box there.
Appreciate that. See, I still think Caleb Snyder's sister was involved, and if I could find Brock's private papers, perhaps I could prove it.
Well, I was surprised to see her here.
She was obsessed with Brock. With him gone now, she's very emotionally unstable. Says she doesn't have the will to go on. That's why I've had this lengthy talk with her. I don't want anything to happen to her before she can answer to what she did to my son.
What is going on?
Well, Philip's probably still talking to Tonio.
Well, why hasn't Ellie let us know something?
Because she's being watched, and if she tried to get a message to us, she'd probably get herself in trouble.
I hate this. I can't stand waiting. Can't stand it.
It's an awful feeling.
What does that look about?
Nothing.
No. Come on, Tom. You had a thought. It wasn't about Ellie.
It's not important.
Come on, Tom. You're gonna make me crazy. What?
Okay, I was thinking about when you disappeared 2 years ago, how I felt.
Oh. Yeah, but this is different, Tom. I wasn't in any danger.
You knew that, sweetie. I didn't.
Yeah. Not my finest hour. But I just loved you so much, Tom. I didn't want to hurt you.
I know. Joe, is that you?
Yeah, Tom, we're picking up something. Hold on.
I'm sorry you've had to wait, Miss Snyder, but Mr. Lombard should be with you in a few minutes. I'm getting him something to drink. Can I get you anything?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
I believe I met you once before.
Oh?
At a restaurant in Chicago. Chez Marie, I think.
Oh, Chez Marie. Yeah, I've been there occasionally with Brock.
Well, it must be over a year ago now.
No, I think it's been at least 2 years.
Well, I was surprised to see you here today.
Why? Brock and I are very good friends.
Excuse me, would you?
Sure.
I can't believe you had the nerve to come here.
Oh, Emily, please, don't start with me again, all right?
How could you show your face at Brock's funeral?
How? Why? Because my brother is booked for 2 murders he didn't commit, that's why.
I'm not a fool, Ellie. I saw the will. What was the plan? Caleb was going to take off with the diamonds and you were going to get half of Brock's estate? Is that it?
Oh, Emily, I heard about the will, but if it's genuine, it has to be at least 2 years old.
No. It was dated a few weeks before Brock was murdered. I'll tell you something, Ellie. I'm going to make sure you don't see a penny of it.
That's fine with me, Emily. You can have all of Brock's money. I really don't want any of it.
Thank you. Emily, I'm truly sorry.
I mean, what are you doing here?
I'm here to pay my respects.
Excuse me. Philip, I wanted to thank you for everything and say goodbye.
Connie and I appreciate so much your being with us. I hope you'll always think of us as family.
Thank you.
I'm on my way to the airport. Can I give you a lift?
No, I have my own car. Goodbye, Philip.
I'll walk you out then. Goodbye.
Would you mind waiting in the den a minute?
No problem.
I want Jackson and Foley on standby. Make absolutely sure they understand how to stage Miss Snyder's accident. Sorry, yet another intrusion.
Well, I must tell you, Philip, if you're putting your trust in Antonio Reyes, it's definitely misplaced.
Curious coming from you, since I have no reason to trust you at all.
This isn't about trust, Philip. This is about exchanging information.
Why don't you take off your coat and hat? No reason not to be comfortable.
What are you going to do to clear Caleb?
If you tell me where Marjorie and my grandchildren are, I can call the police in Oakdale right now.
Call the police first.
I could take that key from you by force.
Yeah, but you don't have the information where Marjorie and your grandchildren are. That's in my head.
You're a very irritating young woman, Miss Snyder. And you're trying my patience.
And you're trying mine, Philip. So why don't you get on the phone and tell the police who killed Brock? I'm sure when you ordered the hit, you arranged it so the family wouldn't be implicated.
I'm not sure I'd need a phone to call the police. Something hidden in your hat?
No.
In that ornate pin, perhaps? Is that why you're so reluctant to take it off?
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
Go in there! Watch me.
What are you doing here?
Close the door.
I heard the commotion. What's happening?
Oh, it's just a misunderstanding. Miss Snyder's friend arrived to pick her up, and he wasn't recognized by the staff.
I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you that my friend Kirk Anderson is coming by. Kirk, this is Constance Lombard.
How do you do, Mrs. Lombard? I'm sorry we have to meet under such sad circumstances.
You knew my son.
Yes, I did, and I know how much he meant to Ellie.
Jim, take Miss Snyder and her friend to their cars.
No, thank you. That won't be necessary.
I insist.
We can find our own way.
I'll see them out, Philip.
Thank you. Thank you, Constance. Good day.
Philip, I'm sorry. With all the guests, he just got through.
It's all right. I just realized in the last few minutes what I should have suspected all along. Miss Snyder was wired.
How? We frisked her.
Not a tiny tape recorder, a tiny transmitter. If we'd have made a move, this whole place would have been crawling with cops. Notify Jackson and Foley to call it off. Miss Snyder's accident will have to wait, but not for long. I want her eliminated before she pulls another stunt like this again.
I thought Philip was about to make a slip.
He was on to us, Joe. Lucky Kirk showed up or he'd have found the transmitter.
So are Kirk and Ellie going to be able to get out of the state all right?
Well, we're going to send them back to the airport in unmarked cars, and there'll be an agent aboard the flight back to Oakdale. Good. Well, I guess that's it. Albert and I are going to close up shop here, and I'm going to be heading back to Oakdale. So, oh, Tom, would you check on Finley's condition for me?
Yeah, I'll do that. Thanks, Joe.
Well, you got to give Ellie a lot of credit.
Yeah, we do. Colonel Keeler, please. I sure hope Finley's condition improves. He's looking more and more like our last hope. Colonel Keeler. Hi, this is Tom Hughes. Joe Bailey asked me to check on our patient. How's he doing? I see. Would you please keep me posted? Thank you. Well, no change, but the doctors are confident. What are you thinking?
You know, we still haven't questioned Mrs. Lombard.
I don't see any reason to. You know the Lombards, honey. One of them lies and the other one swears to it. Besides, I doubt Philip would have told her anything.
I wonder.
My treat. My treat.
Okay.
Progress. Very good progress. Mr. Macho gives up the check without a fight. I'm
You know, as a
impressed.
warm and sensitive and caring human being, I resent that remark. To tell you the truth, Mr. Macho is saving his pennies. Now that Blake Stevens is breathing down my back, it becomes even more imperative to buy Craig's partnership now.
I thought you said that you couldn't raise enough money.
Oh, I can't, not unless I put up Courtney's trust fund as collateral.
Oh, yeah, and then what? I mean, what if the business has a bad year, Sean? Or 2 bad years?
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna gamble with Courtney's college fund.
Good. You're too young to be a full partner anyway. Wait till Courtney gives you a few gray hairs.
Now, wait a second. Now, I don't think you'd call Emily Stewart a senior citizen.
Okay, Sean, fine. If you want to buy the partnership, go right ahead. But I should just remind you that you once told me that ambition wrecked a relationship with a woman that you were in love with.
I have no intention of letting that happen again.
I'm glad to hear that.
Listen, I will let you pay for that check on one condition.
What's that?
You come over to my house tonight and I'll cook you dinner.
I thought you'd never ask.
Listen, Blake, I think we need to talk. Sean's feathers were pretty ruffled this morning. I think we just all need to sit down and talk, okay? All right, great. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Sorry for the interruption.
No, that's okay. I don't know. I still can't believe that you're running your own business, dealing with labor relations and everything.
Yeah, I guess I am. Listen, I'm glad that Blake joined the firm, but I can't afford to alienate Sean. He's much too important.
What, to the firm or to you?
Well, to the firm, of course. I mean, why would you say that?
I don't know, maybe just my motherly instincts popping up again. I saw something when we walked in on Sean and Franny earlier.
Oh, that. I was just startled to see something so personal. Do you want some coffee?
Sure.
What about you and Kirk?
What have you heard?
Lucinda and Caleb told me that it was over.
Well, I guess that's how you could put it.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know what to say. I'm going to talk to Dr. Michaels later. I have an appointment.
What happened?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready yet. I have buried so many feelings over the years and so much pain that now with the therapy, it's all coming to the surface. It's all coming out, and I don't know how to deal with that. And I hurt him.
But I don't understand. I mean, Kirk knows how I was conceived. I mean, he knows that you were raped, and he's always been very supportive.
But I don't think he really fully realized what I was going through until now.
Well, then what good is it? I mean, what good is therapy if it makes you lose the people that you love, if it makes you unhappy? Is it really worth it?
Is a person worth it? I think so. Because, Lily, I really don't know what that's like. And until I deal with my feelings about myself and about the rape, I'm never going to be able to have any kind of relationship. And I want that for myself. So there's no way that I can give up now.
Can't you just forget it?
No, Lily, you can't. You can't just forget about your feelings. Because they always come out, and they usually come out at the wrong time. And you usually end up striking out at somebody that you love, and they're not to blame. I mean, the only thing that I regret is that I start therapy sooner. Well, of course it's difficult. But it's my future. It's my only choice. Because I want to be able to trust again. And I guess trust must be an issue for you, too.
Why?
Because of what happened with Derek.
Listen, I've closed that chapter in my life. I've dealt with it. I don't need to talk about it.
Okay. But if you ever do want to talk about it, I'm here. And if you don't want to talk to me about it, you can talk to Dr. Michaels about it.
Listen,
she's a wonderful doctor, and she's a very
really
good listener.
I'm just fine.
I love you. And I want you to be happy.
But you've got to see from my own experience that the past does not go away no matter how much you want it to. And you've got to trust if you want to have any kind of relationship.
Listen, don't worry about me. You've got too much on your mind right now anyway.
I'm back. Oh, hi, Iva.
Hi. Hi, Sean.
Well, I ought to be going.
Well, don't leave my account.
No, I have an appointment. You gonna think about what I said?
Sure.
All right. I love you.
I know.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. Lily, listen.
Yeah.
You, me, and Blake, we need to talk.
Yes, I think so too, and I've already talked to Blake, so how about tonight?
I have plans.
Well, can't you change them?
Not really. I'm fixing dinner for someone.
Well, they'd understand if you had to postpone, wouldn't they?
No, there's really no rush. It'll wait a day or two. And listen, I know that Blake is just trying to make his mark, so...
But I really want to get this all settled as soon as possible.
Well, I think... not tonight, okay? I guess all these problems wouldn't be happening if I had enough money to buy Craig's partnership. Huh? What do you think? Am I due for a miracle?
Why not? Life may just surprise you.
No. Let's keep our fingers crossed. If you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Mrs. Stewart, it's Lily Walsh. I'm fine. Listen, I need to ask you a big favor.
I hope I'll see you again. We won't be related now, but I feel there's a bond between us.
There aren't words to express the grief a father feels when he has to bury his only son. Or the grief of a beautiful young woman who has her future so cruelly snatched away.
Emily, do you mind if I join you?
Please, Tonio. I'd like to be alone.
I understand.
No, you don't.
You know, it may be small comfort to you, but you have to realize whoever's responsible for Brock's murder, they're going to pay.
Well, I'm glad that they won't let Caleb out on bail. I just wish that Ellie was there with him.
Why, do you think she's involved?
Yes. She was obsessed with Brock after Craig left with Sierra.
Well, then she's probably paying in her own way already. Brock's father said that Ellie told him that she could barely find the will to go on now that Brock was dead.
She never really loved Brock, though. It's just a sick, twisted jealousy. She couldn't have him, then no one could.
Emily, I want you to consider something. I own a television station now. Why don't you go on the air? Tell your side of the story. Tell the public what you think. Maybe that would force the police into arresting Ellie as well.
Have you seen Margot?
No, actually, the guy who went to find you said that she had gone out for a while.
Probably over to Lila's. This case isn't helping our home life. We have to steal a moment with Adam and Leanne whenever possible.
Yeah, well, you better grab some time together, too.
Well, we're planning on going out to dinner tonight. Would you like to join us?
No, thank you. I'm having dinner with Sean.
Oh, this is getting serious, huh?
My brother, the lawyer. Please. I don't know if it's getting serious. I mean, well, we like to spend time together. We enjoy each other's company, and, well, we've gotten a little bit closer the last couple of days. Huh. Well, do I sense a reservation, Mr. D.A.?
No, but speaking of reservations, I remember the last time at the Mona Lisa you got ditched for Lily Walsh.
Oh, come on, Tom. I was not ditched. That was business. Sean's a very ambitious guy.
Bingo. Maybe that's what I don't like about it.
This is coming from the guy who may be governor one day?
Not after the last election. Look, this is the long way around. I'm trying to tell you. I don't want to see you get hurt again.
I know. Believe me, I don't either. But don't worry, okay? I think I've really learned to be cautious. I have.
Okay, good, okay.
Well, I've got to go. I've got to get home and get dressed, and I've got to talk to Mom. Andy's really been going through a rough time these days.
Well, listen, one of these nights, why don't you pull out an extra TV dinner and Margot and I'll come over and eat.
You bet.
Okay.
Don't work too hard, okay? And remember, it's very stressful, Tommy, to carry around information that you can't share.
And you remember, a little psychology is a dangerous weapon in the wrong hands.
Let's handle it.
Get out of here.
Get outta
Get
here.
out of here.
All right.
Bye. Hi, Lila. It's Tom. Is Margot there? No, I'm down at the station. I thought maybe she snuck over there to take a peek at Adam. Okay, I'll see her when I see her, I guess. Give my boy a kiss, will you? Did he? Bye.
Mr. Snyder wanted to talk to you, or your wife, before he was taken back to the jail.
Okay, Burns. Thanks a lot. You wait outside.
I took a lie detector test, Tom. I hope that'll carry more weight with you than my word seems to.
Well, you know lie detector tests.
You heard anything from Ellie?
Not directly, no.
How about Kirk?
You know, that was a pretty silly stunt, sending him up there to the Lombards.
So he got to her? Mm-hmm. Ellie's okay?
She's fine.
Good. That's good. You know, Tom, I can remember a time when you used to think that Brock's murder was an inside job. I know it was. Those men, Tom, those men up there are very, very dangerous.
I tend to agree with you. I hope we can prove it.
And if you can't, I go on trial for murder? Never mind. I can see the answer in your eyes.
Hi.
Hi, yourself. What's all this?
Oh, what?
Well, all of... first of all, how'd you get in here?
I've known your landlady, Ellen Stewart, for years, and I told her I wanted to surprise you.
Well, you've succeeded.
Well, good. I love surprises. I think most people do. The nice ones, anyway.
Yeah, the nice ones, the nice ones. Well, I'll tell you, the nice ones usually revolve around some sort of birthday or anniversary or some special occasion. And I'll tell you, Lily, I am unaware of any special occasion I should be celebrating this evening.
Oh, I'm sure we'll think of something.
Caleb sent you.
Yep. And he answered all the questions that you wouldn't.
Kirk, I don't understand why he would do that. He knows that's gonna put you in a lot of danger.
What exactly were you doing at Brock's funeral?
He's trying to help Caleb.
That's what he thought. And I blew it, didn't I, charging in like that?
The entire plan was falling apart. You know, Kirk, I gotta be honest with you. If you hadn't have come in at the exact moment that you did, I wouldn't have gotten out of there alive.
And I don't care if I bungled it. I'm glad I was there. Are you sure the Snyder woman was wired?
Yes, damn it. I can't believe I was so careless.
Then everything that she claims about Marjorie and the grandchildren was just a ruse.
Well, I'm not sure of that.
And the key?
Yeah, it could have been a trick. But I can't leave anything to chance. I have to find out for sure what she knows. Where she's hidden the see.
All the guests have left now, Philip.
How's Connie?
Now, she's in the living room with Esther looking over old photo albums and crying.
Have Dr. Gould give her a sedative.
I don't want a sedative.
Connie, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be. I just want to be helpful.
I have a lifetime of sorrow ahead of me. I'll learn to live with it.
Well, I'm sorry I've spent so much time in here. I'll be out shortly. Why don't you get something to eat?
I want to talk. Now, Philip.
Jim, Joe.
Why didn't you tell me that Ellie's brother was arrested for Brock's murder?
I didn't want to upset you further.
I know you've always tried to protect me, Philip. But this is one thing you can't protect me from. My son is dead.
Connie, I've always tried to do my best.
What was wrong between you and Brock?
I don't know what you mean.
There was a tension from the moment you learned about the divorce. I felt it that night we took Emily and her mother to dinner.
Well, that wasn't about Brock. I was thinking about Frank's suicide.
No. The tension was between you and our son.
Well, perhaps a minor business problem?
It's more than that. I've tried to keep silent, as I have through our whole married life, but the questions are eating away at me. I lie awake at night, and I know you lie awake too. Philip, for the first time in our married life, I need you to be absolutely honest with me. Please.
Who is it?
It's Jim, Philip.
I don't want to be disturbed.
Philip, I'm sorry, but Detective Margot Hughes is here from the Oakdale Police Department.
Whatever you have to ask me will have to wait.
Well, I'm not here to ask you anything. I'm here to speak to your wife.